Il problema della dipendenza da videogame è stata descritta addirittura nei primi anni 60, allorché era stato messo in commercio addirittura un gioco su oscilloscopio, che è il famoso tennis player, che era praticamente costituito da 2 barre e una pallina che si muoveva fra queste. Parliamo di almeno 3 fasi, no? Una fase di videoabuso, una fase di videofissazione e una fase di videodipendenza, e quindi ci sono dei correlati di tipo psicologico e di tipo comportamentali che sono diverse nelle prime 3 fasi. Tendenzialmente il numero di ore giocate nei gamer addicted supera le 24 ore settimanali. Piano piano siamo in una condizione in cui, da una condizione di abuso, cioè semplicemente legato alla frequenza di gioco, si passa a una condizione di videofissazione, cioè di riferimento costante a livello di pensiero e di emozione a quello che sta accadendo all'interno di una stanza. Spesso il paziente si ritira per ore, la stanza è buia, c'è poco riferimento all'esterno, fino ad arrivare a una condizione di vera e propria dipendenza, in cui praticamente la persona comincia a sviluppare dei sintomi di astinenza, diventa irritabile, continua ad avere un comportamento e un pensiero orientato se non ha il videogioco a disposizione, e dopo un certo numero di ore, come gli stesse mancando una sostanza, deve ricercarla.
Minimo un'ora al giorno devo giocare. Potrei fare anche a meno, però vabbè, una partita prima di andare a letto comunque la faccio.
Io ho fatto 48 ore di seguito, praticamente ininterrotto tranne che per mangiare, e poi ho amici abbastanza vicini che hanno fatto 72 ore di seguito.
Il venerdì sera uscivo più spesso, solo che piuttosto che stare al bar del paese a bere con i miei amici seduti al tavolo a parlare, preferisco stare a casa a giocare. Mi trovo meglio comunque che uscire e comunque stare al bar a bere e basta. Cioè mi diverto di più.
L'esperienza virtuale va a stimolare alcune aree cerebrali, che sono praticamente le aree del piacere, aree che di fronte a queste esperienze, in alcuni soggetti predisposti, producono massivamente dopamina. La dopamina è la mina del piacere, è la mina che determina la coloritura affettiva delle nostre esperienze, e ha la caratteristica di essere un potente mezzo di traccia amnestica. Cosa significa? Che quando noi facciamo delle esperienze molto forti, mediate dalla dopamina, ce le ricordiamo tanto.
Il videogioco comunque è una porta su un altro universo, e più del cinema ha il vantaggio dell'essere interattivo e del farti sentire empaticamente un altro universo, un'altra sensazione.
Una componente importantissima della nostra risposta emotiva, che è rappresentata dalla P300. La P300 è un potenziale di attivazione che siamo in grado di cogliere attraverso un elettroencefalogramma in reazione a stimoli emotivi importanti. Si è visto che nei gamer più assidui questa P300 è spostata, cioè si attiva per stimoli più forti rispetto alla norma. È spostata per esempio per le esposizioni a immagini violente, a immagini di morte, a immagini di malattia. Quei soggetti sembrano di reagire emotivamente in modo più lento rispetto agli altri. Lo stesso esperimento ha fatto vedere come i gamer più assidui con la P300 spostata, se messi nelle condizioni di punire gli avversari all'interno di un videogioco, lo facevano in modo atroce.
Il videogioco può farti vivere cose che la vita reale ti preclude.
Più uno tende a giocare, più tende a costruirsi una realtà che vuole lui. Il problema è che questo diventa patologico quando c'è confusione fra realtà virtuale e realtà reale, e questo è uno dei primi indicatori di una condizione di dipendenza.
Nel senso che c'è chi si compra una bella macchina, c'è chi li spende in vestiti. Io ho deciso di spenderli in quello che è il mezzo che mi permette di evadere un po' dalla realtà.
io ci tengo. Cazzo, non mi ascolti? Cosa stai guardando? È tutto chiaro allora, eh? E quella chi sarebbe? La tua nuova rockstar?
Neanche se lo fosse! Mi dispiace. Te ne incarico.
My name is Keith Walker. I'm the director of Smith&Jones in Amsterdam. We opened the first clinic in the world that treats online gaming addiction. And we've been running a program for the last 3.5 years for this group of people. I started working with gamers because they came in, not because for any other reason, besides the fact that they showed up in my clinic and I didn't know what to do with them because there was nowhere to send them. When my first gamer came in, I looked around the world for a clinic that worked with online gaming addiction because to me it was very clear that it was addiction. And there was nothing. So I decided to work with that one person in the same way that I work with people with other addictions, and I was successful. And then another one came, and another one came, and another one came, and before you knew it, I had 8 of them. And that's how the whole gaming program started. The first guy that came in, he came in because he was smoking too much pot, so marijuana. We do something called a psychosocial. When a client comes in, we look at their whole life. We ask them 500 questions about everything. And it became clear he was spending 10 hours a day playing video games as well as smoking marijuana. And the reality became so painful that he used the video game as a drug to feel better. So I began taking it more and more seriously through him, because of him. Most of the people in the world can play video games in a normal way. So I have nothing against video games. Some of us can't. And that's very important that I always make that clear. I'm not on a crusade to get video games banned because video games aren't the problem. Once you graduate into the world of, let's call it just for fun, like hard drugs, we'll call it hard games. And once you graduate into that world, then you're getting into an area which is much more terrifying.
I've been in treatment with Smith&Jones for 6 weeks, beginning of this year, and I'm out now for 2.5 months, so back to work. World of Warcraft was the first game that consumed so much time. It's a total virtual reality, and it doesn't end.
You never win in a video game. You never do. There's always another goal that you have to achieve. and you get sucked in more and more and more because you're trying to get somewhere, which is there is nowhere. You know, World of Warcraft, you can't win. You can't. So it's this constant unsatisfied feeling of trying to get somewhere where you don't even know.
And I've been playing that for about 9 months actively. For me, that's 35 to 50 hours a week. I left myself a little bit of time to eat, to sleep. I was getting late at my work a lot. I was able to play very high, and I loved that. At some point it was having more negative effects than it used to have. Your social life does suffer from it. I mean, I've seen examples here as well of guys that just sat behind their screen for 18 hours a day, slept for 6, and played 18 hours again. Gaming requires a lot of time to get better. Getting better gives you a certain feeling of power, of control, and that's what I learned here as well, is that many addicts are always looking for some sort of power. People who use cocaine, for example, get a self-esteem boost from what they do. And so do I. If you don't play enough, your skills decrease, and that's what keeps you playing. I haven't had an experience equal to when I won a tournament or something. Nothing like it. That's the feeling that I get when I'm playing. And real life can't rival that.
Te ne carto?
millions of people running around the world today whose self-esteem is based on virtual, and virtual means not. It's not reality. So as soon as they turn off that game, they're the nobody that they thought they were when they started playing. Some gamers, their reality becomes so warped that they start to think that we are part of their video game, and everything is a game, and they truly don't see how bad their lives have become.
Well, and I felt terrible. I've been feeling terrible for years already. Keith slowly started to cut through my bullshit. Each time I let something go, I fill it up with my gaming. He did push me in a corner a bit, showing me the negative consequences of what I was doing. But at some point, we let the gaming go for a second, and he said, just how do you feel now? Awful, all the time. And he said, do you want to change that? I said, yeah. And then he said, you can start on Monday. So I came here on Monday morning and started.
I meet you, you're playing video games 10 hours a day, but you think you're fine. So what I have to do is I have to some way help you see reality. All addictions are about not seeing reality. The alcoholic walks into the bar and he orders a drink thinking that this time he can drink like normal people, and then it goes wrong. The gamer turns the computer on and he thinks that he's going to play today and then he's going to do his homework tomorrow. So he doesn't see reality. So I have to first break through the denial. Denial is sort of, the process of not seeing the truth. Once we do that, then we can get them into a process of finding some way to fill up the emptiness that is created when you take away the video game.
They show you that feelings are the root of the problem, really. I don't deal with those feelings because I'm always playing. The first week they really concentrated on, how do you feel today? Well, the first answer I always gave was, I feel fine. But slowly but steadily you start to get back in touch with your emotions a bit. I was always in control. The second week there were other addicts coming in as well, alcoholics, cocaine users. And well, there was a moment that I wondered why I was here. And then you had to make an assignment, the first step, and then you had to review the consequences of what you did. I found it very hard to look at myself in an honest way. I mean, I was able to give very nice answers all of the time. Even that was bullshit. I wrote it again, and I made it honestly. Then I compared it to someone within the group as well, and he was using cocaine, he was here for his cocaine. And it was the same. I've never been a very talkative person, I've never talked with anyone, and my parents, well, basically that's what I've been doing for 6 weeks. Just talking for the first time. Tough conversations. I think that Keith is trying to get to the core of the problem, and that is me. I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, it's a different approach, but it does work.
It's very scary because we have no idea how many there are, because at least with a crack cocaine addict, he will get arrested sometime. He will cause trouble. He will, and the damage is much more visible. But the gamer, nothing happens. He just dies quietly in his bedroom, and nobody knows. And that's why it's so dangerous. I've seen gamers who have been here, they say, look, I don't want to game anymore, but I'm so lonely. Now, that's a very sad sort of situation to be in with young people today.
I have to learn to enjoy other things as well, that normal people find normal. Some people can sit with friends for an entire evening. I find it boring as hell.
We spend so much time trying to get these kids, holding a mirror up in front of them saying, look at what is happening to yourself. But many of them never see it. Most never do. I have this many from tens of millions around the world that are suffering from this.
Te ne carto? No, no, non sai.